Shriver Center is a wonderful place, obviously. It's a great university center, but a university center is very different from a student center. When you create a university center, you're balancing the needs of faculty, staff, the community, as well as the student body. A student center is really conceptualized primarily with the students in mind.
We are lacking a spot, a hub for students to come together and to truly take care of all your needs and wants in one place. Shriver really does not have the capacity and the resources available that a true student center would offer.
We sort of have a problem finding space for programming occasionally. We have great ideas and then we don't have a place to host them. So if there was an area on campus, like the Student Center, that provided auditoriums and meeting space and event space, we could really benefit from that.
Early here in our time at Miami, the president and I met with some students who were involved in service learning. And we were talking with these students about what they'd done, and then we talked to them a little bit about what we should have in the Bicentennial Student Center if we were to build one. And the students said immediately, study rooms. We need more study rooms. And we didn't know what they would say. We thought maybe they'd say a kind of food they wanted, or they'd say an auditorium or something, but study rooms was the immediate thing they thought of. And we said, why study rooms? And they said, well, have you ever been by King Library at night? And we said, well, no. So that night on the way home after seeing these students, we stopped by King Library, and there wasn't a study room or group meeting room to be had. They were all filled, students working on projects, students working on term papers, everything. So one of the significant components of the Bicentennial Student Center will be study rooms and meeting rooms for students because they need them.
Miami has to change just like the rest of the universities are throughout the country, and I think this would be an excellent addition that all students would benefit from in all of the schools of the university. This is a place for us to come together.
The needs and the interest of students have changed over the past decade. For example, students at Miami in particular are very much interested in levels of engagement with student organizations, fraternities, sorority life, service learning. We find that well over 70% of students say that they're currently involved in some kind of student activity.
We think that a first-rate student center can certainly be a major contributor to the overall culture and ambiance of the university. We see the Student Center also as the leadership center of the university. It's where young people can learn leadership skills, where they can learn to interact with each other.
I think the Student Union has that ability to pull us together and to connect the dots between all the different organizations, all the different students, all the different offices.
A student center would absolutely advance the thought of Miami being the best undergraduate experience, and I say that because a student center would really cater to students, their experience while they're on campus. So a good undergraduate experience would include having a place where you could go to take care of a paper, to have fun with friends, to really experience what college is like in one place.
I mean, we want it to be the heart of student activity, the hub of the campus, if you will. So, unlike any other project, it has the opportunity to affect more students, in fact, all students and everyone on campus, in a way that no other project can. Because it affects so many people and so many students, we wanted to make sure that we could hear as many of the student voices as we could and hear as many opinions about the project as we possibly could. So we gathered a whole series of opportunities for people to voice that opinion.
We gave the students an envelope, and they had $10 million of dots in their envelope to spend. Certain elements in the envelope were worth $3 million, and most of them were worth $1 million. And they could walk around to these boards that we had placed on easels, and they would sort of vote for things that they thought were most important to be included in their student center.
The outcome was great. The feedback was very, very strong. The students didn't hesitate to give their opinions, and in fact there were a lot of good ideas that have come out of this, and some real insight as to what might make this a really unique student center. So I think as a result of going through these exercises, we really have a good understanding of what we want this facility to be.
Everything on Miami's campus today that is offered to me was because of someone in the past, was because of alumni in the past, was because of donors in the past. So although the Student Center will not be, finished when I'm here at Miami, I think that it's important to remember that what I do, my legacy, my fellow students' legacy of building the Student Center will help generations to come.
It's been ingrained in me that being a part of a Miami alum base is giving back, and I think the best way to give back at this moment is to give us what we need, which is the Student Center.
Alumni should definitely support the Student Center. It's a great way for you to leave your mark on Miami. The Student Center would be quite a project to do, and I don't think we can do it without private funding, but what other great way to give back to this esteemed university by helping with something that could be such a great asset to the student body.
Everything is here because of someone in the past.